It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
No fear here on Declare Your Independence. You know, it couldn't be better timing. I tell you how this started. It was the Freedom Summit, the first weekend in December of this last year, just a couple months ago, that we came up with this idea, and we're mulling around in our head, you know, because there was at a gun show here in Phoenix, they were using silver and giving you a discount when you're buying ammunition. So we're going, silver to bullet, silver bullet. Ooh, this brings, up a lot of possibilities here. So what we did is we said, you know, what happens when you have, silver bullets? You know, who has silver bullets? Oh, and we got the silver bullet Coors Light train that we can do. We did a lot of artwork with that. And then we started, here's Drew and Nick at a function here. It was the 10th Amendment Foundation thing.
Nullify Now.
Yeah, Nullify Now event. And then there's Senator Karen Johnson. She's holding it up. She was a big fan of this. And then we go, ooh, the Lone Ranger uses silver bullets, and then and you got Tonto. We already morphed Ron Paul's face into Lone Ranger, and Tonto is Rand, and so on, and we thought we'd have some fun with that. And then we have werewolves. Silver bullets take out werewolves, so you're morphing
Bernanke,
into that. Oh, that's an ugly one. There we go. So there was a lot of opportunities for us to have some fun with this. And what we did is Nick and Drew really came up with this idea to do this. Now I know Thomas has been a big fan of doing medals and so on. I just got this KB Gold thing. I got some. They're ready to launch on something. What's going on there?
Well, they've got their new website up. You can see your whole genealogy, which just means they're moving forward. I mean, they're still not active. You can't buy in the United States as far as KB goes, but it's moving forward. It's a work in process, and when you're creating something that no one's ever done before, it's going to take a little time, and you're going to break a few eggs.
Well, this is now also we have the not Google. It's an app for the Droid. Now, this is a video you guys have up on your Facebook showing how to use the application for your Droid, and it's on Palm. And you got BlackBerry ready yet?
We haven't found a BlackBerry developer yet.
What about iPhone?
iPhone application has been submitted and waiting to get approval in the App Store.
Okay, so now what we're showing here is the actual application. Is this you, Nick, doing this?
Yes.
Okay, so he's showing you the application and how it works on your Droid. And I have it on my phone right now. As soon as you guys did this, I downloaded it, and I'm going, ooh, we can start. It's like a little cash register in your hand. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the event. Who wants to give me some stories of while you're at the event? Drew, go ahead and tell me.
Wait, but before we do that, I just wanted to thank your listener that helped us with the application. He's kind of anonymous, but couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah, this is very, very cool, Mr. Anonymous. And you can sit there and change the spot price, and you can put your own premium in and do whatever the heck you want. Now, go ahead and describe to me how it was perceived. Were you guys popular there or not, or how did that go, Drew?
I think we did pretty good. Like I said, as far as selling merchandise at a conference, Freedom Conference like this, we had the most popular product. A lot of people were selling books and DVDs, and they weren't selling very well. So, we did, normal Freedom's Phoenix style. We walked in Friday morning with all our goodies and, brought down the cart with all of our boxes of stuff, and we exploded over this table and put out all our wares, and the Gypsy booth was set up in a matter of it was a slow process, kind of tweaking everything, and we didn't have a banner, so we just hung shirts off the table and started hanging things to the wall, and blew up some Ron Paul blimps, and so we were the most bright and colorful and vibrant, as always,
Gypsy
booth in the. That's how we roll, man. We want to get people's attention, and we want to get them over and show them what our projects are, and sell some
was
silver.
there any people that were critical of you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, apparently Bill Still, who produced the well-known movie The Money Masters, is not a fan of silver or gold, and his thing is just getting rid of fractional reserve banking, and that'll solve all our problems.
I know how to get rid of it.
So he wasn't.
Go to silver gold, have competing currencies.
So it was interesting to have Bill Still, of all people, tell us that our product wasn't all that exciting. But Tom got a picture of him holding up the card anyway, so that, we win.
During Bill Still's speech, he was talking about how all the Austrians want to go to a gold-based economy, or whatever. But he says, in a gold-based economy, what are you going to use to buy gold with? So I raised my hand and asked him, how come you're not asking that question about the paper-based economy? What are we going to use to buy paper with? And he just kind of brushed it off as like, oh, that's irrelevant. It doesn't make any sense. I think it made plenty of sense.
Well, what's interesting is he seemed to propose a system that's based on nothing, like a paper currency that has no... that's not based on anything. It's just they would just say, okay, this is how much money we're going to set the inflation. The government would set the inflation rate, and then they would just print whatever money they needed in order to create that inflation level. That's how he proposed it. But inevitably, you're going to have competing currencies. You can have gold, you can have silver, you can have whatever you want, and by having these competing currencies, they'll all naturally find their own level.
He doesn't want them to match and find their own level. He wants them to do what he wants them to do. Okay. That's how it always is. Everybody's got their own plan. And the thing is that with the silver, it's just, you know what it's worth? Let me tell you what it's worth. It's worth what somebody will pay for it. That's what it's worth. And were they paying? How much of a premium did you guys have on this stuff?
Well, for the dime cards, the new pitch was 1 for 4 or 5 for 20,
which is the same thing.
No, then that wasn't the new pitch.
Yeah, it was.
No, that was the new pitch. No. Well, it's gone up from there because apparently, we dropped a few off to Allen and on Alma and some of the guys that went to a gun show here locally, and he was selling them for $4.50. So, and now that Silver's spot up, they're coming up on $5 for a dime card. I mean, it's not that we're trying to charge a premium, but there's risk involved. First of all, and then
yeah, you give people 150 dimes, you don't get them back. That's the risk.
Because the price shoots up $3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. You can yell at us all you want. So we're watching Friday afternoon. We're setting up the booth and we're getting everything ready, and it was kind of slow. The Friday wasn't the big day. Saturday was the popular day. So people are slowly coming in. We were one of the first tables to set up, and I forgot what I was going to say about that. But we're watching Friday. We're watching Kitco, and we're watching the price of silver slowly climbing up until it finally closed at $32.66, something like that. And so the next morning, or at least that afternoon, and then the next morning we came down. We went, okay, at least for the bullion and the junk that the Morgans that he had down, everything was $1 more because we were watching the price go up all Friday going in. It's probably going to explode again Monday, and sure enough, it did. So, we were smart about it, and we added our premium. And, furthermore, we were the only ones there selling silver. So if you really want silver and you really want it now, you got to pay my price because I'm the only one who's got it.
And apparently we might have been doing some civil disobedience as well, because we had a couple of people tell us that to sell metals in California, you have to fill out all these California forms. That wasn't happening.
Yeah, we left those forms with the Border Patrol.
Yeah. No. You were selling cars.
Collectibles, that's correct.
Yeah, collectibles. They just happen to have a dime in them. Like this Ron Paul one. What was the most popular one that you guys did? What was the most sought after?
Well, yeah, all of them. But actually, we were shocked. We have the two different End the Feds there. Which one is just text End the Fed on black, and the other one has an image of Thomas Jefferson, and he's like pointing at you, the whole "I want you to end the Fed" thing. We thought that Thomas Jefferson, because that graphic was really well done by the person who did it. We thought that would sell more because it was more flashy, but actually people wanted the black one because it was more straightforward to the point and they understood it. Now we revised the Jefferson one, and made the text bigger. So maybe we'll see if we can get them to sell this weekend at the Tea Party. But,
yeah, and then on the back, it's it's information, man. It tells you what's going on.
And the Fed.
In the Fed.
In the
We'll be right
Fed.
back here on Declare Your Independence with more of just plain activism.